Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the Anfield Agenda YouTube channel. My name is Craig and I'm just here with your afternoon news update. There's actually been quite a lot happening over the past, 12 hours or so since we finished last night's stream. Actually, it's a bit longer than 12 hours, Craig. Get your stuff together here. Guys, look, it is the morning after the night before. What a win for Liverpool last night at home against Watford. The performance we all wanted to see. 5-0 does not flatter Liverpool one bit. But as I said, I'm here with your news update. There's a couple of things that are after happening. Major news, so I'm going to start with that one first of all. 30-year-old Simone Maestrelli, the man who assaulted Liverpool fan and Irishman Sean Cox outside of Anfield in April of last year, has pleaded guilty and has been sentenced to 3.5 years in prison. Maestrelli was extradited over to the UK at the start of February on foot of a European arrest warrant and had been placed under arrest in Rome back in October. So look, I'm not going to comment much further on this, ladies and gentlemen. It's not my place to say whether this is long enough or it isn't long enough. I will leave that to you guys to decide. I'm just here to let you guys know the news that 30-year-old Simone Maestrelli, the man who assaulted Liverpool fan and Irishman Sean Cox, has been sentenced to 3.5 years in prison at Preston Crown Court today. That's all I can really say on that one, guys. As I said, I'm not going to say one way or the other whether I think this is long enough or it isn't long enough. The legal system has taken its course and the man has been sentenced to 3.5 years. After that, it's not really my place to say, and I don't believe it would be fair on me to comment on it. On this one, and some good news on the Sean Cox rehabilitation situation. The Sean Cox Fund, the rehabilitation fund that so many football fans and Reds around the world have donated to, has finally passed €1 million, which is a tremendous accomplishment. So well done to everybody involved, everybody that sent money, everybody that's raised money, the clubs, Roma and Liverpool, of course the Sean Cox's family, and everybody involved in it. It is a tremendous achievement to get that fund to €1 million. And I know that there's more needed, but it's a good start. It's a good milestone to hit. So as I said, congratulations to everybody involved in that. And of course, the Reds are coming over to Dublin in April to play a game, the Reds Legends against an FAI team as well. So hopefully there'll be a lot more money raised from that. And I've no doubt that Liverpool fans and Roma fans and Roma as a club will keep trying to raise funds to get Sean the money he needs for his treatment. And this treatment could well last the rest of his life. So it's a terribly sad situation, but if you can ever take a positive from these things, ladies and gents, it's the fans pull together at times like these. And well done to everybody involved. As I said, €1 million is a tremendous achievement, a tremendous amount of money raised. And fingers crossed this keeps going and that money keeps going up, and that of all the things the Cox family have to worry about, the cost of getting Sean the treatment that he needs shouldn't be one of those things. So congratulations, as I said, to everybody involved. Let's touch back on Liverpool's game last night. That 5-0, can I say it again? 5-0 victory over Watford at Anfield. Yeah, there's lots and lots of bits I want to talk about from this one. Firstly, though, I want to talk about Trent Alexander-Arnold. Lots and lots of love from Liverpool fans for Trent, and rightly so. The young man put in a hat-trick of assists. A hat-trick of assists last night in what was a tremendous performance down the right hand side. He was left out, as we know, against Manchester United, but he came in back against Watford yesterday and basically made the place his own again. There is no doubt in the quality of this young man. Those balls into the box, the Mane goal, the first one on a sixpence. Then you had the free kicks into the box as well. The guy is absolutely flying at the minute. And on top of the ones that he did set up for goals, his all-around performance was outstanding. So as I said, lots of love for Trent Alexander-Arnold online today from Liverpool fans, and rightly so. He deserves it. I'll come in before I finish up to get a couple of your comments, guys. I'm just going to go through the news bulletins as I have them. No doubt Trent is going to be a guaranteed starter for the weekend game at Goodison against Everton in the Merseyside derby. The Sean Cox rehabilitation fund I've touched on. Masterstroke from Jurgen Klopp, by the way. I want to touch on that. A masterstroke from Jurgen Klopp playing Sadio Mane through the centre in last night's game. Well, myself and Connor seeing the starting 11, we went through it and we were trying to do our team selection. And we were having a conversation about whether it would be Salah or Origi that would indeed play through the middle. And it turns out that it was neither. It was Sadio Mane. And as the game progressed last night and I started to notice Origi out on the left, I said, you guys probably remember if you were on the watch along, I said, hang on a minute, is Sadio Mane playing through the centre? And it was an absolute masterstroke from Jurgen Klopp. And what I'm trying to get at here, and we'll talk about this one tonight in more detail, is do you leave him there? Do you leave him there for the game at Goodison? Do you bring back in Bobby Firmino? Do you stick with Divock Origi? And these are the type of things, guys, that we will be talking about on tonight's Holden's Happy Hour. So I hope you can join us for that one. A little bit of good news as well. Dave will be joining me. Dave, one of our oldies from Anfield Agenda, will be joining me tomorrow night for a preview of the Everton game. So I hope you can join us for that one as well. And as you can see from the image on the screen, on the OBS image today, we're giving away those 2 John Barnes signed photographs after the game against Everton at the weekend as well. To enter, it's really straightforward. All you have to do on YouTube is just subscribe to the channel. Anybody that's subscribed automatically goes into the draw. And of course on Instagram, which is where we're giving away the other one, just go over there. It's at Anfield Agenda, and you'll see a tweet. I keep saying tweet. You'll see an Instagram post on there with all the competition details. Really straightforward, really simple. We love giving stuff away, and those 2 will be given away after the Everton game on Sunday. So much other things for me to go through. Let me see. Oh yes, indeed there is actually. Last night's victory over Watford means that Liverpool are now 35 games unbeaten at Anfield. 35 games in the Premier League unbeaten at Anfield. That is ridiculous. 10 for 2 full seasons, ladies and gentlemen, to be unbeaten at Anfield. We've won 25 of those games and drawn 10. It is a fortress. We said when Jurgen Klopp came in, we needed to turn Anfield back into a fortress, and I think it's fair to say that Jurgen Klopp has done that. Well done to everybody involved. Last night was amazing. The atmosphere was unbelievable. There was no sign of nerve from the team. People were questioning us. If there was any nerve shown last night, it was at the Etihad. It wasn't at Anfield. Fantastic win for the lads. 5-0, and it didn't flatter us. As I said at the start of the stream, 5-0 did not flatter us one bit. I can see from some of your comments, just glancing through it really quickly, a lot of you think we should stick with Origi, and that's a good show. I mean, I'm a great believer in owning the shirt, and if you're putting in performances, you keep the shirt. And Origi last night, I thought, put in an excellent performance, which was capped off with a very well deserved goal. So I fully agree with anybody that suggests that we should keep Divock Origi. Anthony said, I got a surprise today, mate. Please do let me know. You're going to Goodison for the match. That's tremendous, mate. That is absolutely brilliant. I hope you enjoy it, and anybody that is going as well. Have a great time. What a game. Sunday, 4:15. We will, of course, be hosting a watch-along here on the Anfield Agenda YouTube channel. Coverage will start at about 3:45 PM on Sunday. So, again, I hope you can join us for that one. What else have we got coming up tonight, guys? As always, the Holden's Happy Hour is your show, so you will let me know what you want to talk about. We'll talk about last night. We'll look ahead to the weekend. We'll go through team selection. Lots and lots of stuff to talk about. We won't really be touching too much on the Sean Cox incident or the Sean Cox sentencing today, because I don't really feel it's our place to go into much detail on that, because I want to be respectful to everybody involved there. I just wanted to give you the facts as I know them, which is that the gentleman was sentenced to 3.5 years in prison. And I'll leave it up to everybody else to decide whether they think that's correct or it isn't correct. Anything else I want to talk about? Oh yes, good news, good news. And this was originally supposed to be the stream title, as you can see from the thumbnail. Jurgen Klopp said that Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain is now doing 70% of the team training, which means we shouldn't be too long before we see Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain starting to make his way back into the matchday squad. Liverpool fans up and down the country, actually, screw that, around the world, Liverpool fans have been eagerly awaiting the return of who is probably one of our favourites, Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, a man who, of course, we signed from Arsenal for around £40 million, had a tremendous impact last season, was pivotal in the Reds' run in the Champions League, scoring some very important goals and putting in some tremendous performances. Great news that we're going to have him back over the next couple of weeks, hopefully. You never want to rush these things when you're bringing a player back from such a long time out, but having Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain available for the run-in, even if it is just as a bit part player or to come off the bench, for me it's massive, absolutely massive. It'll be like getting a new signing in, won't it? It'll be like completely refreshing the attack. Having him get a full pre-season under his belt then as well before the start of next season is unbelievable. I cannot wait. Who else? We got a few more comments before we head off. Hope you had a good day. Imagine the kick-off. We got a dodgy penalty last night would be debated. Yeah, on that one actually, I was looking through social media today, and I'm sure you guys know Manchester City won last night 1-0, and they won via a penalty. Now, I'm not going to say if the penalty was or was not a penalty. That's not my place. But what I will say is, and I said this on social media, if that was Mohamed Salah that got that penalty last night, the internet would be broken today. I mean, people would be calling for his head. It would be absolutely ridiculous. Now, as I said, I'm not the referee. It's not my place to say whether there's a penalty or not. But what I can say, with a lot of confidence here, is if Salah did that and went down like that, and we got a penalty and won a game 1-0, I think we all know what the reaction would be on social media. I've said nothing really on our social media account about it because it's not really my place to do so. I don't want to seem like a bitter person. I've said all along, I want to concentrate on Liverpool's run in. I want to concentrate on the 10 cup finals that we have left. We can do this, guys. I'm very, very confident the Reds can do this. Oliver Adley said they're all the best players I hated, and that is true. Just quickly run through again in case anybody's joining us late. I'll run through all the little bits and pieces. Lots of love from Trent Alexander-Arnold for his hat-trick of assists from the Liverpool fans on social media, and rightly so. I'll go into Trent in more detail tonight. I have some quotes from the young man as well to talk about. It was a master stroke from Jurgen Klopp to play Sadio Mane through the centre. That back heel goal. Woo! That back heel goal. Actually, the little clip Connor pulled out of that back heel goal and my celebration of it is actually doing quite well across social media. It's a little bit embarrassing when you look back at these things, but do you know what? It's all in good fun. So I'm glad it's doing well. The Sean Cox Rehabilitation Trust, as I said, has now passed the €1 million mark in donations, which is tremendous, and I hope it keeps on going because, as I say many times, of all the stuff that the Cox family have to worry about now and of all the battles that they have in front of them, a financial battle shouldn't be part of it. So congratulations to everybody who's raised money, and let's keep going with that one. I said as well, last night's victory over Watford means we're now 35 games unbeaten at Anfield, which is tremendous. Fortress Anfield, doesn't it sound good? It really does sound good. 35 games unbeaten. That's the guts of 2 seasons, guys. We're 3 games away from 2 full seasons away. That's amazing. That is absolutely amazing. I remember Mourinho did something similar with Chelsea at one time, and yeah, I just remember thinking, if only. And also 16 clean sheets. I haven't mentioned that yet. 16 clean sheets for Alisson, Becker, and not just Alisson, for that back 4. Virgil van Dijk's played a massive part, of course. Trent, Robbo, and you know what? Joe Matip, since he's come in, has done very, very well indeed. So yeah, well done to everybody involved. 16 clean sheets out of, what have we played now? 28 games. That is not to be sniffed at all. That is a tremendous achievement from that back line. So well done to everybody. What else have we got? Was at the game yesterday, the best performance I've seen from the lads. Really happy for the results at Max Preston. Yeah, I'm still buzzing over it, ladies and gents. I'm absolutely buzzing over that performance. I cannot wait to get back on tonight at 10 o'clock and talk to everybody in more detail about this. I'm still doing through my notes to see what we're going to have a chat about. But of course, as always, you guys know, Holden's Happy Hour is your show. You let me know tonight what you want to talk about, and we'll go through it in as much detail as we can. Anything else before we finish up? Can't really see too much in the chat. Let me just have a look through my notes. Yeah, no, I think I've gone through everything. There you go. Happy days. I don't think too much else has happened in between. There was always the stuff, actually, in case you missed last night's stream, there was a link in Sport Bild that said that Timo Werner has agreed with Bayern Munich to join them in the summer. I don't know if that's true or not. Sport Bild is a tabloid, from what I can gather from my German friends that have told me about it. I'll let you guys make up your mind on that one. You know my position on this. I've always been very, very confident that Liverpool are going to sign Timo Werner in the summer, and that confidence remains even with this article coming out. I don't believe anything. I don't believe people are going to sign. I don't believe anything until I see a lean or I see a player holding a shirt for a club. And until that happens, I'm going to be fully confident that Liverpool go and sign Timo Werner in the summer. But tonight, of course, I'd love to know your thoughts on that one as well. The atmosphere was great last night. I was sat on the King Kenny side, said Brandon. So was our very own Kev, actually. Kev sent me, put a few pictures up on the Instagram account as well. Kev was in the King Kenny stand for the game as well, so absolutely class. Tom Jones said Trent's cross is a la David Beckham's. Very similar, actually. He does have that whip. And what an asset that is. And Trent was talking about this, and he said that they targeted that. That was part of the plan last night, that they believed that the wingers wasn't going to track Trent or our fullbacks as much as other teams may have, so that there may have been opportunities for Trent to get at the fullbacks and whip in those crosses. I think it's fair to say, guys, that absolutely worked. Oliver Radley said Oxlade-Chamberlain or Keita. Hopefully both, Oliver, is the honest answer. Hopefully Fabinho, Oxlade-Chamberlain and Keita as a midfield going forward for me would be absolutely amazing, mate, wouldn't it? I mean, that's when I looked at the midfield options that we have and everybody fit. They're the 3 names that come to my mind. Fabinho, Oxlade-Chamberlain and Naby Keita. I know that's tough on Gini and Yaldum, but you know, we need to rotate as well. But having those options available to the manager is tremendous. Timo Werner going to Barcelona, nah. Can't see it happening. Nah, I just don't see that happening, Troy. I really don't, mate. I've not seen any links to it. Nor do I believe it is going to happen. I mean, Barcelona have to bring in a centre-back. They're looking at De Ligt. Barcelona are also looking at bringing in Rabiot, as we spoke about before. Don't know if that will actually happen. And a few other bits and pieces they need to do as well, but I'd be amazed if they go and sign Timo Werner, mate. I really would. But never say never. Werner has confirmed to Bayern. He hasn't. You're just talking about the sport bill thing where they said that he's agreed to join Bayern Munich. Other than that, mate, there's been absolutely no confirmation on it that I'm aware of. And I don't believe tabloids. I don't believe them one bit, because they're all clickbait and they all just want clicks on their site. I also don't think it makes much sense for Leipzig to sell to Bayern Munich when they can move him outside of the league. Anyway, on that one, guys, I am going to call it a day, or good afternoon, or whatever you want to call it on that one. I'll be back tonight at 10 o'clock with Holden's Happy Hour. And as always, I hope to see you on there. Will be a lot longer of a show. This was just a news bulletin. I'll see you on there tonight at 10 o'clock. We'll talk about last night's game. We'll look ahead to the game against Everton on Sunday. We'll go through all the news as well, and anything else you want to talk about. Don't forget to enter the competition. All you have to do is subscribe to the channel on here and you automatically go in. Giving away 2 signed John Barnes photographs on Sunday, 1 via the YouTube account and 1 via the Instagram account. So jump over to Instagram at Anfield Agenda, and of course on Twitter as well. It's at Anfield Agenda if you want to give us a follow on there. Thank you to everyone for joining us, and I will chat to you tonight. Up the motherfucking Reds.